Got an old guitar, got a fine cigar. Slow down a bit, get a lit, and let the blues lay where they are. 'Cause the blues some days, they won't let go. They won't let go. But it's Saturday, we're at the shop today. Let's celebrate, light up an anime, raise a toast, watch the blues go up in smoke. Watch the blues go up in smoke.
Boom, just like that. Here we go.
It's Saturday,
We are at the shop.
and we are earning SATS 369 right here, right
369er.
now. Niner.
369er.
Talking on a walkie-talkie over there.
We are talking on a walkie-talkie.
What's up, Pops? Good morning. Good morning, Haney's. Good
We
morning.
got a pretty full crew in here.
We've got a good crew in
Fight
here.
breaks
this morning.
out,
We got
we're gonna
Z
win.
back there. He's changing the world over
Yeah.
there, rocking that Cosmos this morning. Man, I tell you what, you're starting it off right. All right, you want to hit them with what we're going to talk about. Today's going to be a little bit abbreviated. We'll explain why, but we're going to keep this kind of tight this morning. So stick with this. Hit comment, like,
if you're
share,
coming
do
to us
those
from a
things.
foreign country like Chicago, let us know. We will say good morning to you in your native tongue. I'm sure that. Do we have Larry Adams on? I think that's always the question of the week. Have they found him? Is he wandering the woods?
He is there. He is there. He's rocking and rolling. All right, you want to hit us with some headlines once you get that thing up and rolling?
Yeah,
You need help?
No, in a minute I will.
You sure?
Yeah,
Because it doesn't look great.
I know it doesn't look great. I'm just trying to get along, man.
Yeah, that's. You need some help?
Yeah, can you make it so I can see the comments?
Nope. Can't do it.
All right.
All right, just hit us with some headlines, anyways. On
right.
today's show, we have.
We say goodbye to a legend. A hero's welcome in old-fashioned format on Independence Day. Get on the bus. Poppin' tags. These aren't real wordy today.
No, it's okay.
415 years in the making.
Ooh. And then do you want to, is there something for that last one?
Yeah, well, we'll just do it instead of say it.
Okay. We'll
Yeah.
just do it instead of
Look,
saying
I want to get the gorilla out of the room. My dad passed away a couple days ago, and
I think let's do a moment of silence and then we'll move.
let's prevent me from trying to talk about it.
Yes.
So let's take a moment of silence. Get through it.
All right, let's get through it.
All right, thank you.
All right. A hero's welcome. We gotta move.
Yep. Keep walking. Get that lump out of my throat. We're going to be just fine.
Where's Jason Wayne? All right, there's Jason Wayne. I was doing that in the hospital the whole time. I was like, oh, look at what color is that? I would tell myself, I was like, what color green is that tree, do you think? I think it's more of a forest green.
I like that. I was wondering you have that kind
You
of
like
gay
this?
teal on there. Yeah.
It's not gay teal, it's teal. Teal's the best color.
But usually it's a female color. It's a beautiful female
Oh,
color.
are you pointing at Jana's shirt right now?
She made a point to let me know that she would wear that hat. And it would
Well,
go with her.
you can
It
wear
would
this
go with
hat.
it. How could she get that hat, Brandon?
IndustrialCigars.co, and you can't see it from here, but what you're going to see is it looks like a ripoff of the Las Vegas sign. It's because it's a ripoff of the Las Vegas sign, and it says, "Welcome to Fabulous Industrial."
What are they going to do? Sue us?
Maybe.
We got no money.
Yeah, come and take
and
all
get
of
it.
it. You can have all of it.
Come and take it. I think that's where that came from.
It's on
Come
a-
and take it.
yeah.
It was a copyright
It
violation.
was a copyright violation by the Texans to the Mexicans. Hey, man, you take our...
Hey, man, this is our guns.
Come and take it, man.
Come and take it.
That could be
We're Texas.
That is the creation. But you can get this. There are a couple of different hats on there. I also, speaking of trademark infringement,
Yeah.
what I found out is Gulf Racing perfectly fine to rip off because it is now fair use.
Oh, public domain.
Public domain. So
Nice.
you can get this style. It's a pretty comfy style, kind of old school roped
I
golf
like
hat.
that. I like that.
It's
That
very
is-
lightweight. It's pretty breathable, but there's one that is, you can get it in gay teal, as you say. I just call it teal.
Oh, well,
it's
whatever
teal
makes you feel better.
with a little Golf racing style industrial.
Yeah.
There's a few new
Is there a
things.
rainbow strap on that, or?
Only on your version, punk bitch. What's wrong with you?
I don't know.
There's some new merch. Go check it out. It's on the site. Check it out. Did you
Yeah.
get your shirt? Yeah. I know you have 2 shirts. Did both of them come?
Just one.
Okay. I'm going to talk to you about that after. And then we're going to be good. I know one of them, they're from 2 different. Regardless, we'll drop ship it to you.
By the way, today's show, sorry to interrupt. Today's show brought to you by 2 new Luciano Morales made cigars that is not available yet, but promised by our friend over here.
He said July. These 2 cigars are coming out.
He said it was going to happen in July.
He said they say July. He says August. What are these 2 cigars we're smoking?
I am smoking the
What up,
new
Sean?
Maria Lucia. This is a limited edition, correct? This is a limited edition. This is the 3rd or 4th one that I've had. Spectacular. That you are smoking, you know a little bit about it.
Yep, this is the Machinist. It is. It's a killer little cigar. I think I smoked 3 or 4 of these. Very enjoyable. It's actually one of the Luciano team members. His father, I think maybe grandfather, last name of Beaver. He was up in Ohio area. It was just old industrial. So they went with this old school industrial look. It's super timeless. The cigar itself, it's Luciano. It's excellent. We're going to
Luciano.
have them all in here. Luciano has a new look throughout the entire line that will be rolling
The
out
new
this year.
packaging is spectacular.
And it all is very, at the show, it all presented very well. So that line is just really getting a little bit of lipstick on it.
We know there's a lot of retailers that watch this show. If you're not carrying Luciano cigars, pick up the phone. And
Nope, don't do that because I
Don't
wanna
do
run
that.
into back
I
order
take that
issues.
back because we don't want anybody to affect
No good.
the way our product flows in.
That's right. No
Don't
good.
carry it.
Sean brings bad bread to the lounge.
He
to hang
does.
out. So
And-
don't do it.
Yeah.
We'll take that.
People, terrible. They're mean.
We're just here to
A lot
help
of
you,
them mean.
Sean
Yeah.
and Luch.
Yeah.
We're just here to help. Speaking of Sean, good morning, Sean. He's coming down in Florida.
Good.
Coming in from Florida. All right, we're going. Can you believe it's almost First Friday again?
No, it's not.
It's almost First Friday again.
How is that possible? It was last week.
That's what it feels like. It is the 21st of June.
All right. Well, there goes June.
There goes just like that. We're
You know.
getting ready for July now.
Yeah.
But 4th of July is First Friday in July.
It is.
You've been working on a pretty cool concept. that's
I
gonna
have been
happen.
working on a pretty cool concept. It
Morning,
is
CP.
working with a true American hero, Norm Houghton. And I mentioned it in the past, but if you haven't watched Black Hawk Down, there's a badass in that movie that towards the end, it's the realization that is Norm Houghton. The character that plays him is a badass, and I'm sure he was just as badass in real life. But he has developed a line of cigars that was really the only cigar that made it through our last testing committee. And we tested several, but that was the only one that made it. Interestingly, we had 4 different cigars from their line, because we've had cigars within a line that have not made it, but every cigar passed.
Yeah, and even the ones that didn't test, that they brought in that box of 2022s or whatever
Yeah.
it was, those things were great. They're really good. So what we're going to do on first, we're not going to roll out that line until I think September.
We are gonna bring some cigars in so people can buy them.
Okay.
But Norm was nice enough because we are going to. He also has a whiskey line, the Houghton Young whiskey. So what we're going to do is we're putting it in the hands of our mix masters, and they are going to create an all-American smoked old-fashioned, American hero smoked old-fashioned, and then Norm is making sure that everybody gets on their first one, because you're going to want more than one of the old-fashions.
Right.
That you get a Houghton Young cigar to smoke with it. And then after that, if you want to buy some, great, but then we'll do a formal rollout.
We'll do an actual launch
Yeah.
the way we do it, tied around an event. That will most likely be in the fall. We do have a lot of things on the horizon. That's when look at these are all events. These are all things happening. There's a lot of things on the horizon.
I think we should just do a whole fear of missing out campaign, because there's a lot of stuff you don't want to miss.
Well, we should do like a sell back your kids thing, because the kids keep you from coming to the events.
They do. And
So sell back the kids, or we include that patio in the back, make it childcare. Padded walls,
it'd be great.
toys,
I
the
think
whole
that-
thing.
Yeah.
What's that? Dog kennels.
Yeah.
We could put a couple old school arcade games in there. Padded walls. A little split unit for an air conditioner.
You know,
maybe not. Maybe not.
My mom used to tell me to go play in the street. I think we could do the same thing. You know, for those that are not really up, they're going to kind of walk their way into it, and then they can jump into the tollway and see how their real game is.
I like that. Frogger. Yep.
Yeah,
Real life Frogger.
Yeah.
Don't think we should do any of those things, but what we should do is keep pushing the
I
events,
just want
'cause
you to
that's gonna
keep
work.
it as an option. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying.
Okay. Hey.
All right.
You know, that's it.
Yeah.
What is this short bus one that you got here?
I was just pointing out that's the size of the bus that you and your brothers all got to school in.
Right. We saw pictures this
and
week.
it was special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You always called us special. That's why I think
You're
that we
in
have
a
such
special way.
high self-esteem, because you called us special pretty much every day.
Yeah.
And
I
put us
called
on
you
the
a lot of
special
things.
on that bus,
Yeah.
and the whole thing.
Little shits. I mean, all of it.
I can tell you what you
all
called
of it
me.
meant the same thing, though.
Called me something in the huddle one time when I was 12 years old. You called all the 12-year-olds.
I noticed that. I mean, as time's gone on, that apparently impacted your life in a major way.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
I can't believe how vividly I remember that.
I told you what my grandma said when she bumped her head. At 12 years old, I was pretty traumatized too.
And you remember it. So 12 years old.
I remember it. Yeah, I remember it. So, get on the bus. What that is referring to is our friend Darren Chaffee is going to be in town to reignite and launch one of what I think was one of my guilty pleasure cigars, which was the Principal Strap Hanger. And it was very cool because he does a lot of stuff with vintage watch dials and vintage 1930s original wrappers and 1900 original molds. This one has 1930s or 40s British bus tickets that were wrapped around the foot of that cigar, or actually wrapped as the band of that cigar.
I brought up my phone because I couldn't remember how Darren explained this blend he's working with. This is at a KBF, so this is Hendrik Kellner.
Jr. Yep.
So his message to me is, I think this cigar is going to be a slam dunk of a cigar. Hendrik is saying it's way better than it has any right to be. When Hendrik says something like that,
Yeah.
it's going to be a killer. And
Yeah.
I always enjoyed that cigar.
That's Gordon Ramsay saying this is the best burger I've ever made.
That's exactly
Yeah.
what that is. So
That's-
that event will be actually another Thursday event. So that will be Thursday, July 17th, and Yulia will be with him.
Oh, great!
She's
And
coming in.
the supply was always so limited that me and Mike Choate, one of our super cigar salesmen, we kind of intentionally maybe put it on the bottom rack
You
of the
did.
opposite side so that people wouldn't buy them all.
If-
Because it was our favorite.
For any reason you did not smoke that cigar, it is Pop's and Choate's fault. Full stop.
Not going to apologize.
Full stop. You know how I know we're doing good? Because Wayne's fucking sleeping right here.
Yeah.
That's how I
Jesus
know we're
Christ.
good. That's
Man,
how I know we're good.
I want to put one of them fucking dog trainers on him.
I want a hot dog that's just right behind him that's tied to a pulley. So when he drops back like this, it just drops right in his mouth.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be cool? Like a little
Yeah.
Rube Goldberg
He
there.
would like that too, though. That's the problem. All right. Enough with the hot dog on the face.
That's it. Okay, I like that headline though. Get on the bus.
Look, tell me one of my headlines that's not good.
This next one's pretty good.
Telling me. Maybe you could explain it because you had the conversation. But popping tags, and of course we're not talking about Macklemore and getting funky.
We kind of are.
Okay.
Because you know the pop and
Is he going
tags.
to be here?
Macklemore, no. Oliver will be here,
Same.
but different. Same. Different. So Oliver will be here.
Not
And-
duck, chicken.
If you want to laugh when you come in, by the way, just on this small tangent, if you want to laugh, come in and ask when Nathan's working, to give you some lines from the movie The Pest. Say, hey, what's your favorite line from the movie The Pest? 1998 flick.
And he remembers every word verbatim.
And ask him to talk about the German scene. The thoughts of thinking or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Ask Nathan for that. I wish.
I
we should almost have
guarantee you
him
within
mic up and do it.
within 3 minutes he's crying, laughing so hard at himself.
100%. 100% he will start crying because he's laughing.
He had,
Also, get Nathan
you know who
wine
else
drunk.
cries when he laughs? Is your other brother.
Andrew?
Yeah.
When Nate gets
He
wine
cries
drunk,
when he laughs.
Nate wine drunk is the best. He laughs until he cries. 3 glasses of wine and he's crying, laughing at himself. It's the best. Good morning. We've got Michael coming in from Lodi, California. Good morning. Good day, mate.
Good day, mate. Hey, dude. Good day. You can't be on gummies all day. Sometimes you gotta smoke a cigar.
Doing both. Multitask. Poppin' tags.
But yeah, let's get back to that.
Oh, look at Austin Berry's in from Croatia. Ooh.
Oh, how did you see that?
Croatia right here.
Oh.
Mine's faster than yours.
Oh, nice. Croatia. North, south.
Let's just say
'cause there's-
central.
Good day, mate.
There it is.
Yeah. They got a little of that kind of like I got a cold going on. And the words are this long. Good day, mate, this long on the back of his shirt.
That's right. You can't.
yeah.
Just
Buy a
symbols.
vowel. Buy a vowel.
Symbols.
Jesus Christ, that.
Poppin' tags for our third attempt. On first Friday in September, Oliver Naveau will be in here.
Or
And
Naveau.
we are going.
I wish the Naval one would show up.
Naveau, whatever.
Yeah.
We're going straight out thrift shop. So get all of your best or worst, and we're all just going to go dress up Poppin' tag style. We haven't done this. The only thing we've done is the 80s style, and
Yeah.
most people went to Goodwill
Yeah.
anyways. But this one's going to be a full lean in. And he said he's going to bring a bunch of stuff for the most creative, the ugliest. It's basically going to be a September costume
What's
party.
nice about that is it's one of those events that we can have that you're like, oh, I don't have anything to wear. You can go get something to wear. You got a $188 into the whole outfit.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so I'm down with that.
I'm really hoping they got the Reebok pumps.
God, that's solid.
They got a Reebok pump. I'll fit my foot into an 8. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
I'll just cut the toes
well,
off.
your,
and
your
do
hip
pumps.
already hurts anyway, so what the hell's the difference?
What the hell's the difference?
Yeah.
What's up, Marty Upton? Good morning. Good morning. Oh, he said not.
By the
really.
way,
He's
the ladies LPGA championship is up at Frisco, so any of you ladies want to come down here and smoke a cigar, let's go.
Let's be.
Drew, you should be up there trolling.
He can't do that anymore. He's
That's right.
And-
he's got to be 200 feet away from any
Any
golf
women.
course that has women on it.
that is a production up there. We went up there when drove past it the other day. You don't realize how much they have to set up to do this broadcast and everything. I mean,
Yeah.
there are probably 75 full trailers of just grip material, big ass towers on the course.
Yeah.
It's a huge deal. When they end up bringing I think you said Ryder Cup they might bring up here.
Oh, Ryder Cup is
This
gonna be
place
nuts.
is going to be nuts.
Ryder Cup's going to be nuts.
Good morning. Good morning.
We have people. Hold on, people are coming in.
You want to talk?
Thank you.
See you, bud.
Thank you.
So LPGA in town, which is stupid because they shut down the short course.
Yeah. Yep, but it's a PGA championship. I mean, it's one of their majors. That's a big deal. But yeah, when the Ryder Cup is here, phew,
Yeah.
this area is going to be nuts. I mean, the World Cup and all that stuff coming to Dallas is going to be huge.
Look, there are
but
a
the
lot
Ryder
of people
Cup here.
A lot of people in HOAs getting real upset about Universal and PGA and how there's going to be a lot of people. I don't have I don't have an HOA. I'm really looking forward
Yeah.
to an all paid for vacation once a year.
Yeah, wait
no
till
problem.
the Ryder Cup. I'll rent
Ryder
my
Cup.
house for $20 grand a week. I don't
Yeah,
give a
no
shit.
problem.
Yeah.
Perfect.
They can drive any car they want.
Good
I don't
morning.
care.
Yeah.
Is Frank going to caddy on that tour?
Is Frank going to Ooh.
I doubt it.
I don't
He
know
does
if
senior
would.
guys.
That's right. He does the senior tour. That's right.
What's an excuse to come here?
Amen to that. Yeah, anytime he's in, he's here. So we need to figure out next time he's going to be in here caddying if they've got something.
Yeah.
We got DC in the house, Austin Berry. We've got Doug Heisler. Good morning to all of you guys.
I got Jay in. Jay sent me a very, very powerful text this morning. Thank you very much, Jay.
He's a sweet man. I tell you what, that's when we were up in Omaha, we're at the lounges, and we're speaking with the lounge owners and going, "You are fucking stupid if you don't have DC in here. If you don't have definition,
You don't have
in
definition.
you're just dumb."
Yeah.
And it sounds like there's gonna be a couple of accounts.
Yeah,
that-
one's bringing it in, the other one's just they got to catch up.
Yeah. I tell you what, there are some cigar lounges in Omaha now. There are some decent cigar lounges.
Safari's still great.
Safari's great.
Safari's great. Jeff Dahl and Mary are just great.
Good morning, JP.
John was so sweet. We were there 3 or 4 hours after my dad passed and having a cigar, and he made sure we had something special, and then was kind enough when we walked out, said it's all covered.
He is. I'll
And
tell you
that's
what,
just what they did.
And John, the same. Very sweet of him. I tell you that.
He brought us an Alec Bradley fine and rare from the very first generation. So there were probably 12 years in the making since that thing's been sitting in the wrapper.
Yeah, it was. I as a matter of fact, I held on to it because I didn't want to quick smoke through it. But yeah, that's what I told him. I said, look, unfortunately I've had 3 family members pass in the past few years, but every single time we leave the hospital or the service and come straight to Safari.
Yeah.
That's our home. Up
Yeah,
there.
and then we hung out with our friend Paul West, who owns Apier. He's does some stuff with Tony Goins, and our friends down at Capitol are involved in that. But Apier is all private, half cigar lounge, half regular bar, and
Beautiful build out. Good staff too.
Beautiful build out.
Really nice staff.
Yeah, and good people hang out there.
I will say
Anna,
that.
we had a chance to meet Anna, which was
Fred, who's been up here, lived in Dallas, will end up
Yeah.
coming back in August. I really enjoyed our time with
So if
those
you're
guys.
in Omaha, now you couldn't get into Apier, but you could definitely get into Safari.
I wonder if we could phone in a favor.
We could phone in a favor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just let us know. If you're going up to Omaha, we'll get you taken care of wherever you want to go. What do you have here? We have
415 years in the making.
Yes.
So
Not a small amount of time.
no, there is a company called Marifal. Marifal has been in the tobacco business since 1610.
I didn't even know they invented
10.
tobacco at that time.
I didn't think they had it invented either. But this family has been specializing in Cameroon tobacco and making it in Africa. He's probably one of the major contributors to the African community as a whole, as somebody that's keeping employment there. But they have really specialized and focused on Cameroon tobacco. And Cameroon tobacco right now is it's very good. It's very popular. It makes a great cigar. The only thing is Cameroon in general is very difficult to grow because for the most part they don't have the same
Infrastructure?
and they kind of, as we've heard it described, they kind of just go out in the field and throw the seeds, kind of see what pops up versus what you see in Nicaragua and the Dominican and some of those areas. So Jeremiah Marifal is going to be in the United States. He is going to be in Frisco, Texas, and he's going to be here on July 26th.
He's going to be the 24th
24th,
because
okay.
it's Shabbat or
Shabbat.
Shabbat Shamas. Shabbat Shamas.
It's one of those.
One of the,
Yeah.
I just know it from the Big Lebowski.
Yep.
But thanks for picking up that reference. You're out of your element, Donnie.
About Dazed and Confused.
Look, we can
I
just,
want to hear it. You can do it.
I don't know if I can do Dazed and Confused. I don't know if I can do Dazed and Confused. I will tell you what, Jeremiah, and let's not sleep on Reinhardt. If you want to see the most aggressively nice human being in your life, he's so nice, it just kind of pisses me off. Because he's so professional. I mean, he is, I just wish I could grab the little fella. I grab the little fella and
Yeah.
then just make him never leave this building. He
was
top tier.
He's the guy that puts together the hospitality training for the Ritz-Carlton International. This guy shows people how to be good. and he
lives it.
24/7. This dude makes you feel special, and he is in the vice president of sales. These guys are coming from Europe. Look, and I don't want to understate this. If you have an opportunity to be in the same room as Nelson Alfonso, owner of, and founder of Atabay Selected Tobacco, Luciano Morales, and Jeremiah Marifal, do not pass. For those of you that are out there in the universe, get on a plane, because it is next level. You had an opportunity to see the two talking with each other and analyzing a cigar that we may or may not have, but probably will. That why it didn't start like raining unicorn tears at that point with those two in that same zone, who knows?
This will be an excellent opportunity to not only come and meet somebody and interact and create a relationship that is very unique, but if you have any friends that are, maybe they have a cigar with you here and there and they're not quite sure, if you stick them in the room with these top tier guys, Jeremiah being one of them, by the time they leave, they will become cigar enthusiasts. So this will be an excellent opportunity.
Sure.
Bring a couple of friends with you. Maybe they have never smoked a cigar before, and it would be like somebody never having chocolate before, and they go, well, this is Willy Wonka. And all of a sudden they'll leave and understand it, because they'll be in the community, they'll be here and part of the culture and part of the event.
And it will be in that interview format that we'll want to do.
Yeah, well,
so that we can ask questions and you can get a chance to ask questions. They are committed to the space. They are not coming here for a 2-hour event and taking off to the next one.
this has been a long time coming, and this will be a big one for us.
Over a year.
This will be a big line. It is a truly premium line. You'll see. I mean, just everything from their construction to their blend composition to the way that it looks on the shelf. It's a very Atabay-esque project and product that is all buckled up. All the details are paid attention to.
And I will, and to me, this kind of adds that extra little touch of credibility. I had the privilege to be actually at Luciano's national sales meeting down in Florida that happened to coincide with his birthday. And so what do you get a blender and a person at that level in the cigar business, and the group of people that were with him gave him a box of Marifal cigars? That's what they gave Luciano for his birthday. Yeah. That to me says a ton.
Yep, that I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. So that, again, I think we'll do ticketed so we have an idea. Once we get back on our feet, it might be the end of this week. We've got a lot of pieces to pick up over the next number of days. So we'll get some tickets out for that. But please come join us. Show Jeremiah what this place is all about. I think this is going to be a fantastic.
It's so important, and we've got to work around We've got to work around the religious aspect of this. So, but it's just, we're going to ask you guys just to jump in the car and come down and experience this.
Yes. And one other, I think we'll finish it off with this, is one other favor that we'll ask for you. This, with the passing of Grandpa Mike a couple days ago, we have a lot of, he's one of these pig-headed guys where he said, you need a will, you need a this, you need a that, you need to plan. And then he just kind of laughed his way through it. Well, we have a lot of pieces to pick up, and we don't know if it's not going to take a week. We don't know if it's going to take months or years to get this figured out. Yeah. So there's going to be periods where I just found out I'm the executor of the will, so whatever the fuck that means. And we've got a lot of things that we need to figure out. So please stick with us if there are things that become rocky or if there are things that are there. We're just trying to figure out what is going on. And so we may be a little bit more disconnected than normal, but we just want to ask for your patience as we kind of work through this period of time. I know that's going to take, that's granted.
And as a son, but also as a father, this is a reminder to not leave your kids with a mess. Put together a plan. Have your wishes documented,
please.
And my my parents had became almost very organized hoarders, and we are now literally just got to go through and off it goes.
Yeah, off it goes. So,
So,
we'll
yeah,
be in
so
and out
just-
next week, most likely.
If there's
we
anything
won't
we
be
can
here.
hand out for advice, don't leave anybody with a messy garage.
Yeah. I mean, and also, if you have a 34 Ford, original 1963 Corvette Stingray split window coupe, Ford farm truck 1950, 32 Ford, the list goes on and on. If you have those, maybe just, I don't know, put a Post-it note inside there and go, this one goes to this guy, this one goes to this guy, this one goes to this guy.
Yeah.
You know, if you have 17 cars, just maybe say who gets what.
Yeah.
Because this is going to be an interesting thing to navigate. But we're a tight family, and we're going to remain tight. And
Yep.
we know we have a lot of love coming from us, and we appreciate it. So, yeah. So stick with us. We'll stay together. We'll all work through this, and we'll just continue to love on each other.
Yep.
You ready to
All
get
right.
out of here?
I'm ready.
All right.
Let's go.
Love you.
Love you too.
Peace. We out.
Thank you, guys.